had this question from someone about statins. Why are they so bad? Okay, so what are your hormones made from? Your hormones are made from cholesterol. So your first one is pregnenolone. Pregnenolone is the hormone that is at the top. Now, how you make pregnenolone is through cholesterol. So from pregnenolone, we have progesterone after that. So progesterone needs to also have cholesterol. So to make our hormones, we have to have cholesterol. Where do we get cholesterol from? We get cholesterol from our healthy fats. So if you're not eating healthy fats, you're not making enough cholesterol. Now, what happens when you go on statins? The statins lower your cholesterol too low so that you are now unable to make your hormones. So we are made from our hormones. When our hormones are deficient, you all know that we have terrible symptoms. Our hair can fall out, we have no energy. Yes, we have estrogen dominance, which is another one. We have too much of that. But with the other hormones, then we have problems. You have to ask yourself, okay, why do I feel like crap? You probably feel like crap because your hormones are out of balance. Every single person today has hormones that are not functioning correctly because that is the lifestyle that we have. We're not getting the right nutrients into our body. We're not getting the vitamins, we're not getting the minerals, we're not getting enough daylight from sunlight. We're in these environments with these lights as well, which are bad for us. So then we add into the equation the statins, and we don't need to be on statins. We need to have healthy cholesterol levels. So if your cholesterol is too high, first of all, you should be looking at your diet and lifestyle, because if it's too high, you need to be eating foods to reduce your cholesterol. So to reduce your cholesterol, it is having more plant-based foods, for example. So reduce those vegetable oils. So you don't want to have all this canola oil and sunflower oil and rapeseed oil, that's in like every single processed food today, even healthy food. It's in that too. It's bad for you. You don't want it in your diet. I read a study in one book that I was reading just a few weeks ago. I can't remember the book, so I'm sorry, I can't recommend what book it was because I don't remember what book I was reading. But it said that they are lowering the cholesterol markers on your tests so low today that they are going to be able to prescribe statins to young people. So young people, teenagers, maybe even younger. I think it was saying younger. Because they are just going off a marker that they have been told to follow, these doctors. So your cholesterol levels need to be higher than what they are for these tests. And they're just wanting to put people on statins because it makes them lots of profit. It gives them lots of money. That is what it's about. It's not about your health, because let's face it, if it were about your health, they would be saying, let's have a look at your diet. What foods are you putting into your mouth? That's what we need to start with. So if it's to do with your cholesterol, let's look at your diet. Let's have a look at what you're eating. I would love to see your diet, and then I will tell you this is what you need to be doing to lower your cholesterol if it is going to damage you. But remember, we do need to have cholesterol to make our hormones. We don't want our cholesterol to disappear. Cholesterol is good for us, and also think about your liver health. We do need to have a healthy liver for healthy cholesterol levels too. How many people do not have a healthy liver? Most people today are damaging their liver because they're drinking way too much alcohol. And then, a lot of people today also have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease created by their diets because of there's too much crap. There's too much processed food out there now, guys. No one is eating natural food. It's processed. And that's causing damage to the liver. And the next thing is it depletes the levels of coenzyme Q10 in your body. And coenzyme Q10 is really important for your heart health. So you need to have a healthy heart. You do not want to deplete your coenzyme Q10. You do need to supplement with Q10 as you get older because we lose it. And Q10 is really necessary for our mitochondria. So if you have low energy, people who have chronic fatigue syndrome, and I'm not just talking hormone like fatigue, because a lot of people have problems with their hormones that are creating fatigue, like low thyroid is one, for example. But chronic fatigue syndrome is usually because of our mitochondria, and often we get it with things like autoimmune diseases. So your mitochondria is your powerhouse. It is what's going to give you energy. So that's where Q10 comes in. It also helps if you have bleeding gums and periodontal disease. These are things that you need to... The dentist sometimes recommend Q10 for your gums. So if you're not taking that, if you have poor gum health, good one to think for that too. There were also some studies on men who were taking statins and they didn't have any testosterone in them. Imagine a man with no testosterone. Men depend on their testosterone levels for health, and women depend on copious amounts of hormones. We need our estrogen, our healthy estrogen levels. We need our progesterone. We need our thyroid. We need our cortisol in good amounts, not too much of cortisol. Cortisol's good, but not too much, which is the problem. We have too much cortisol. And it's the same with estrogen. We have too much estrogen. We don't have, the balance is incorrect. So by going on statins, you are damaging your hormones, and our hormones are what make us who we are. And if we don't have healthy hormones, then that's when we get all these awful symptoms, which is what I'm educating and teaching people through my one-on-one coaching and the retreats and seminars that I do as well, because we need to have healthy hormones for a healthy life. So to finish that off there, if you've not read any of my books, then I would say go to Beauty and the Gut first, have a read of that, because your gut microbiome is essential for healthy cholesterol levels as well. And change your diet. If you're worried about your cholesterol's too high, remember it's about the balance of good and bad. Everything has good, bad to it. So we need good cholesterol, we don't want the bad cholesterol. We need good bacteria, we don't want too much of the bad bacteria. We need good estrogen, we don't want the bad estrogen. It's balance. Everything in life is a delicate balance, and that is the hormones as well. So if you are worried about bad cholesterol, change your diet, change your lifestyle, manage stress. This is what it's all about. It's not about popping medications and prescription pills that are going to damage you and leave you with worse problems. This is about health, longevity, really feeling good, and looking after those hormones.